be able to close more people in your network marketing business so you get the presentation over with, you feel good, you think they feel good, and then it's, I'll get back to you next month, I'll sleep on it, and or whatever, and before you know it, it's kind of fizzled out, you're awkward, they're awkward, you know they're not going to do it, you're just waiting for that no, okay? So here's how I was able to close 90% plus of all the presentations that I did when I use this particular techniques. So first of all, rule number one, the close begins at the start. If you're trying to close somebody purely after they've seen presentations or webinars or whatever that may be, you're missing a huge trick, because presentations often create a lot of questions. They often, people often go into presentations completely uninformed, not even realizing what's going on. And now out the other end, they have so many questions. It's just tough for you to deal with all of that in one little section and then sign them up. This is the problem when you're using like a general, normal presentation and you don't do anything before that. They're like, I don't even know what this is about, right? Tricking them into three-way calls, that type of thing. So before they see a presentation, qualify them. Hey, what are you doing in your life right now? Where do you want to be? If you could wave a magic wand, where would you want to be? Okay, what have you got going on to bridge the two? How long will it take you to get there? People always answer the same way. I'm just moving along in life. If I could do anything in life, I'd do this. So I don't really see any way I can get there. Don't think I'll ever get there. Well, if I can show you something that would at least give you a possibility to have that be a reality, would you take a look at it? Yes. Oh, well, fantastic. Because you know what? And if it's true, say it. I know loads of people like you who've seen this information. They were a teacher like you. They were a single mum like you. They were whatever like you. And they've gone from here to here. Be professional. Have some results. Have some testimonials ready that you know off by heart. You remind me of Sheila. Sheila's a single mum. She didn't want to go back to work. She wanted to spend time with her kids, but also keep food on the table. So in 6 months, Sheila went from zero income to this much income. You remind me of Sheila. She's a single mum too. So I'm really glad I'm about to show you the same information that Sheila saw. Now, how does that person enter that presentation? Looking for many excuses and reasons not to do it, or looking for a reason to do it? They're looking to be closed when you set up that way. When I say set up, I don't mean lie. I don't mean if Sheila doesn't exist, then don't make her up. And if you really don't think this will help them, then don't show them the presentation. But if in asking people where they are in life, where they want to be, and if you feel that your product or opportunity can bridge that gap, then say so and back it up with proof. Now when you share the presentation, they're much more likely to be wanting to say yes to you. And if you're super smart, here's another closing tip, have your own presentation that is specifically for the type of person that you're communicating with. If you know you speak to a lot of single mums, have a single mum presentation that includes a bunch of the testimonials. Hey, before we get started, this is Sheila, this is Sue, this is Sandy, whatever, right? Other names not beginning with S. You've got all these ladies, these were all single mums, look where they are now. Here's their story, here's how they did this, here's a game plan to make it happen. It's a very different presentation than the usual standard one where they're like, here's the background of the company, here's the background of the owners, here's the background of the product, here's why network marketing is a great deal, you should do it. People want to know, why should I do it? That's how you close somebody. They see it's for them and they believe they can get the result. That's what we need to accomplish when we're trying to close somebody. Not just that it's a good idea or it's a good company or yes, that's fun or appealing. What use is goodwill if it never converts to a sale or sign up? They don't get the help, you don't get the help. So we need to be very specific in our approach. We need to qualify before the presentation, make the presentation specific, and then afterwards just be direct and straight. What did you like best about it? Everybody knows that question, right? Ask them, dig into it. 1 to 10, 1 to 10, where are you at? 1, I don't even know why I'm still talking to you, make a joke. 10, I'm in. If they say 10, great, take their information. If they say 1 to 6, to say, well, I'm, only people that are looking, from what you said, I can't help you, right? I can give you the best instruction, the best business in the world, but if you won't run with that opportunity, it won't work. So thanks, but no thanks. If you ever are more motivated to accomplish what you said, X, Y, Z, I can help you. Sometimes I go, oh, no, yeah, I am more motivated, I'm just not sure. Or if it's like 7, 8, or 9, I say, oh, that's great. What is it that's got you that not wants to commit to say 10 out of 10? And then I'll go through that with them. And then just give them the resources that they need. Well, I need to know the compensation plan to be a 10. Cool, I'll send you it. I need this to be a 10. I need to know I can do this. More testimonials, right? I need to get my husband or my wife's input. Don't be an idiot. Don't try and tell them what their relationship should be. Sure, I respect that. It's an important decision, but what is likely the questions that your husband or wife would ask? Is there any information I can give you now that you can share with them? Because obviously if the decision relies upon them, we want to give them a fully informed view. And then give the information and see what they come back with, set a time and date for the follow-up the next day. Like, I don't get it when people try and push people into signing up. You know what happens when you do that? If you twist their arm and you cajole them, they just cancel in a day or two, and you wasted everybody's time. So hopefully that's some great information there to help you close more people the right way inside of your network marketing business. Remember, the close starts at the start. Specify your resources, respect what they want, give them what they want, and set a follow-up time for the next day to collect that decision. And I think you'll be happy with the results if you stick to this consistently. As I always like to say, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. I've got plenty more tips for you at www.authoritynetworker.com/webinar. That's a web class specifically for network marketers that would like to use systems and automation to be able to sponsor big numbers like I did. I can't promise you results. I don't know you, right? But I can promise you that's the exact tactics that I used to sponsor hundreds of people and hit the #1 international income earner spot in a previous network marketing company. Have a fantastic day. I hope if you have a team, by all means you want them to duplicate, put this in their eyes and ears, and I'll catch you on the next one. I can't remember if I said it, so I'm going to say it again. Go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. If you're a subscriber, I'll see you on the next one. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.